done one of these. That probably took about 40 minutes of game time. But I had technical issues. I had my start and stop stream hotkeys the same as my binocular hotkeys. So that's awesome. Uh, I am probably going to have my Twitch stream on just so I can make sure it's going. Hopefully this doesn't affect my uprate uploading this video. So why is World of Tanks better than War Thunder? I can't really answer that. I haven't played War Thunder a whole bunch. Excuse me. I haven't played World of Tanks in a while. I have some really old video on my YouTube that is pretty old. So it's been a while. But I do play World of Ships a lot. And yeah, so what I don't like about wargaming and their sort of system is that you have a certain amount of slots. Maybe it's 4 or 5. And so here you can see I have slots down here as well. These slots are basically in wargaming, that's it. And you got one tank and it sits in there and it lives in there and that's it. These are bays. These are crew bays. So if I go to my crew and look at my crew, they have stats. I can level up my crew. They can get better at stuff. There's my tank. There's the different positions, radio operator, and then basically it's the qualification. So I just have to make sure that this crew is qualled, right? And it costs a good amount of money, and especially in the upper tiers, it's a significant amount of money. It's quite a bit of money to get up there. So you know, in your tier 5 and 6, yeah, you don't. I mean, you have to play a lot to get everybody qualled in everything. So you kind of pick your bays, and that's how they make a little money. On their bays. I purchased extra bays because I'm the type of guy who likes to have lots of options. And each crew, you can see some crews are more level than others. This second slot tends to be my more dedicated tank, right? Same thing for planes, and then you can have crews qualified in planes and tanks. They're not the same crews. And they have different skills, but they live in the same slot. So basically, if every plane that I've ever bought and unlocked, as soon as they're qualified, they can sit there. So if I've got a new friend or something like that, and he wants to jump in Warframe, and here I am at the bottom of tier 3, there's only 5 tiers here. If I'm at the bottom of tier 3, no problem. I can just jump right back into a reserve plane and fly with my palsies. And that's great. I don't lose money. I don't. Yeah, let's go ahead and stick them in that slot. You know, I don't lose money. I can just jump right in. We can play in our little sad little monoplanes, or in the other factions, they're biplanes, and we can have fun. We'll go ahead and put this guy right back in. Choose crew. Great. Cool. So what else is cool about this? All right, so instead of health bars or anything like that, you actually have the physical models. They're the things that take damage. So, for example, here's armor, right? Now, some of this you might see as being similar to World of Tanks. You know, so here's a thickness. Damage is applied, so the projectile is an object. The vehicle is an object, and we can see the different segments of the plate here. Here, you know, I don't know how well the quality of the stream is going to be if you can actually read this, but the thickness here is 38.1 millimeters. It has an effective thickness due to the angle at 38.2. So how does that work? All right, well, if I'm looking at this tank right on like this, and I'm going to fire, and the round goes right where how I'm oriented, the effective thickness is 39 millimeters. Let's say the tank is angled like this, and I shoot it right here. Well, the effective thickness becomes 99.3 millimeters of armor versus the 38.1 that it actually is due to the angle of deflection. That's pretty cool. You know, and it tells you it's constructual armor slope, all that good stuff. Here, the this mantle here is actually 88.9 millimeters, 90 millimeters if I attack it here. So what you can do here is you can say you're having a particularly tough time with a Soviet tank. You can sort of try to find where is the armor the weakest, right? Soviets have a great reputation of being OP. You know, I won't say whether they are or are not, but this is what you can do. You can say, so okay, great. So now we know armor. Well, you know, the thing that's great about War Thunder is that, you know, these things actually have interiors, and as you use these rounds, they disappear. right? So, okay, great. So when I'm facing a Zeiss, a KV-1 Zeiss, I can find out, you know, and I'm having a lot of difficulty, where are its vulnerable bits? Okay, awesome. Here I can see it has ammo stored right here. A valid tactic that people use is they actually reduce their ammo before they go in, because that ammo will stop appearing. Go back to Americans. Let's look at the M18. Great little tank. It's got a good gun, but it's got paper thin armor. So let's say if I take half as much ammo, this ammo might not be there at the start of the match because I've only loaded half of my full load. And so then if I were to take a shot there, the ammo would not explode. I would not suffer death. Yeah. So, what? We're going to go ahead into a realistic battle. This is not arcade. Arcade's a lot simpler. It's probably what is most similar to World of Tanks. Realistic is it gets rid of a lot of reticles. In arcade, you can kind of like it's like having a targeting computer. It'll let you know when a shot will connect. Here, you got to do it a lot more by sight. Oh God, is this Kursk? This is Kursk. This is terrible. Alright, we're going to go with an M18. Kursk is a huge map. And I'm a fast tank. And who are we facing? We are facing both Germans and Soviets. This does not bode well for the Americans. Oh, Lord. I really wanted to get into an airplane. Might not happen with this. That might not happen with this stream. One of the advantages of the Germans is they just have way longer range. They're perfect for sniping tanks from kilometers away. Russians not so much, but the Russians have pretty good guns and they're pretty good at close range. What the Americans are good at, I'm not exactly sure. Tenacity, fighting spirit. Yeah. So I'm really anxious to get something done, but this is not a map that facilitates that. You see, we've got tanks off here in the distance. You know, maybe we'll take a shot at something over here. I just got hit by a tank. Alright. So we're going to go ahead. We can see the plumes of smoke. Let's see if I can hit this guy. I'm going to use my reticle. Let's say he's about 10 kilometers away, or 10. Nope. He's a little further than 10. Let's take a shot at almost 12. Nope. Let's go a little higher than 12. Nope. Let's go to 14. Nope. Jeez Louise. Let's go to 16. Gosh. Geez, 20? That went over his head. Let's try a medium of 18. Nope. Got him. Alright, so this is where I'd call out to my buddies. He's at about 18. Alright. This is most likely an NPC. Or else this guy would be moving by now. That bounced. Oh God, kill this guy. Actually bounced off the ground and hit him. Got him. Alright, he's dead. We got German tanks over here. They're a lot closer. Let's try... I think they're a lot closer. Let's try 16. No. Let's try 20. This is not really what this tank does well. And I only have a certain amount of ammunition, like I'm down to 12 rounds. Yeah, this is a map where maybe I should have taken more ammo. However, this is cool too. So while I'm driving, I can kind of take a look. I think the black, I don't know. You can kind of take a look at where your vulnerabilities are so you can kind of determine how you want to position your tank. So this guy's looking over here. Let's maybe kind of help. I'm going to use my binoculars here. See what we can see and kind of inch forward. You really want to be cautious in realistics, because if you get killed, you're pretty much out. Now that is actually kind of like World of Tanks. In arcade, you get three shots here in War Thunder. In realistic, you get one opportunity unless you actually kill stuff. And then if you kill stuff, you get points. You get spawn points. And what is my button to see spawn points? Well, I'm gonna worry about that later. I'm seeing rounds coming in. How are we doing on points? Ah, there's a German tank, and he's... God, can I catch him flank? Shit. Stay right there, just like that. Give me the back of your head. Fuck. Alright, we're gonna back off. Take a turn here. Sweet. Alright, that is a Russian tank. Now, what's better is if I can get around this guy's... Oh my god. Alright, I'm going to try to hit his ammo a little bit off to that. Fuck. Got his engine and his fuel tank. Gonna take a shot on the go. Got him. That's pretty good for me. Oh shit! Alright. Alright, there goes this engine and radiator. I don't even know if he sees me right here. Got him. Sweet. Oh god. Alright. Anybody else? There's a guy on fire. Let's see if we can flank. Alright, I think that guy got taken out by tigers. I'm pretty sure that was American. I am not awesome at identifying tanks right off the bat. I mean, that obviously looked American to me, but it didn't have a friendly reticle above it. There's an M18. Out, this guy's getting shot at by a German tank. I got him. He's like 12. But this is not a good position to be attacking him from. How many rounds am I down to? There's a little bit of a drift to the right. What we're gonna do is, because I don't have a whole bunch, I've got 13 armor piercing rounds. I think I'm going to try and just get on his flank. Let's try to keep eyes on him. Where'd he go? Great, already lost him. And I'm driving down the middle of the field here. Scan the horizon, see if we can see any silhouettes. There he is. There he is. It looks like he's dead. Pretty sure that's deadish. There's a plane. I'm gonna shoot at that. That's a player. It's a Stuka. And the other problem with planes is you don't want to get too distracted by them. You don't want to get killed by a tank while you're popping off random rounds at a Stuka. So I got my fellow M18 back there. Ah, there's a P-51. Get him! Get him, boys! Oh, shucks. That is a whirlwind. He will eat us up because we have super thin armor. Wow, he just shot down that plane, or something shot down that plane. Great. So, and I just have armor piercing rounds, so I don't even know how effective this is going to be. This guy dead? I think he's dead. I think I'm gonna try to repair myself. I'm out in the open. This is a kind of a terrible idea, but I'm not very effective. There's not a whole bunch I can do. I've got 15 seconds. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Plenty of time to be murdered if I'm not careful. We'll take a look at our binoculars. I hear a lot of activity on the other side of that hill. Sounds like mostly anti-air guns. This is really not a vehicle that I want to face high caliber rounds with. Anti-air rounds, because they will chew right through this little thing. I think that it's armored with milk cartons and hope. I think that's its effective thickness. So, he's shooting at that P-51. So I've got... not quite sure how many rounds, because I forget where to look. Fuck. Yeah, I'm in trouble now. Oh, he didn't see me. Oh, fuck me. Been hit. Oh, this is probably it for me. Yep. So, it was, yeah, see the round from the Ostwind. Flakpanzer Ostwind. Just chews right through me. Ate me up. Alright, so this is not probably the best plan for the team, but I'm going to do it anyways. We're going to enter in it with a B-25. I've got 3 1,000-pound bombers loaded. Minimum load fuel. We're going to start at the bomber spawn point, maybe. No, we'll start at the air point. Now this is terrible because of the Ostwinds. But we're going to give it a whirl anyways. So here we are in this glorious piece of American engineering, the B-25J. 3 1,000-pounders, high above the battlefield. We're going to look at the map. So all of the tank battle occurs right here. Airplanes start way back here, and if I want to, I can fly all the way back to the air station. It's a significant drive. So we've got an F6F. Here in realistic mode, you do get sort of a little cheat reticle on the ground, but that is because I have bomb sights. And I can choose to use those if I want. They're a little more accurate. Man, I am way up here in the sky. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop. However, because we are in realistic and not arcade, if I pick up too much airspeed, I will have my wings torn off. And really, it depends on different airplanes. They have different structural integrities. For example, the maneuver I just pulled right there would probably tear some lesser aircraft's wings off. I'm pulling about 526 kilometers an hour. I'm kind of going around and fast. We're going to do low altitude bombing because I got 3 bombs. There also seems to be an airplane in the sky somewhere. I can't see him right now, so that's not nice, or that's concerning. We're going to come back around. I think the guys who got me were over here. I'm actually floating with no engines on right now. I'm trying to get an eye on one of these tanks. This guy looks like a target, but I can't be sure. Nope, looks like that is... Ah, those are just... Whoa! Ah, it was their anti-air that got me. Alright, well, that was a brief demonstration of that. Let's go ahead. I'm going to take the M4A276. We're going to have 50 rounds. Let's just go to battle. And that's it. Lots of lots of anti-air. And we're just going to run for it. We're just going to run for as much as this tank can run. We're going to run for the point. So what else is going on? So every plane in the air is a player. Every tank is a player. The anti-air is players. There are NPC anti-air. Take a look at this tank real quick internally. So you can see its rounds are right there. There's its engine, fuel tanks. You can see your personnel. I do like, this is pretty new, the binoculars. They give you kind of a higher point of view. The other view is driver view. So that's cool. Probably more useful in simulator. Actually, I do find this useful in realistic battles sometimes in heavily treed areas. It's a little easier to see this than in the third-person perspective. In simulator games, you'll pretty much be in this perspective or some sort of commander position. I really like the restrictive nature of simulator. I just don't play it. One, because nobody plays it, and so the queue is forever. And then the airplane part. I can't fly those airplanes. I suck at flying those airplanes. Because you got to be like a real pilot, basically. So, but it looks like we're doing pretty good. We've only got one guy out for surezies. Looks like there's an enemy plane. Oh wait, did he? We're gonna take shots at this guy with the machine guns. Ah, got a hit. He thinks he's a... Oh! Well, I lost him. He was hot dogging. I love these models though. It's just gorgeous. It's a gorgeous tank. Alright, so what do we got going on here? We're swarming all over the area. I'm gonna watch some coastlines. It looks like that guy's probably dead. We might still have some... Oh, watch out for that tree. See some tracers over here. take shots at that. Looks like we got an anti-air tank over here. Hopefully he's running out of rounds soon. I hear a bird in the air. There he goes. He's not really going to be doing a whole bunch. Oh, looks like he's going down. There he goes. Die. Ah, FW-190. Destroyed by artillery. That's kind of impressive. Oh shit. Oh wow. Shit. Ah, it was a T-34 that actually got me. Of course it was. Kablooey! Ah, so lame. You'll hear that. T-34s, man. They're so OP. But, you know, that's my own fault. I could have played that better. I was just kind of playing a little loosey-goosey. So what are we down to? We still got some tanks, a lot of anti-aircraft cars. Looks like they're down to 5 players. Not bad for Americans versus Russians and Germans. Sort of an unholy alliance. I'm really not looking to make this too long of a video. So this guy kind of sucks. I'm really only playing him so I can get to the next American anti-air, which is actually not bad. You can actually kill tanks if you get close enough and on their sides. It's not even that great at shooting down airplanes. But that would be nice. It's like my favorite thing to do. It's like shoot down an airplane. I guess we could play the spotter. I do have some artillery I can drop. I'm too far out to drop artillery though. Just keep scanning the skies. See what driver mode looks like in here. Ah. Vroom, vroom, vroom. So this is a Battle of Kursk. This one is epic and huge. It's a lot larger than the other maps. The battle can take a while. What are these guys shooting at? Ah, that guy right there. Let's see if I can search. Aha! Well done. Well done. Ah! An airplane. Come look at me. Fuck. He is coming to look at me now. Oh, he was shot down. Aww. The Panzer D decided to take an easy shot. Look at that. Kablooey! And that's that. Well done. Well done. I'm out of stuff. I'm out of points. I don't know if I explained that. Spawn points. You got 450 of them, depending on what the quality of your vehicles is in comparison to the other ones. Depends on how many points it is. And so, you know, I got to bring in a fair number of tanks. I kind of wrecked in the beginning, which was kind of even impressed myself. I brought in the plane. It could have been better, but, you know, not a terrible game. So that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. You know, why do I prefer War Thunder to World of Tanks? You've got the model-based damage. You've got the fact that you have multiple slots. It looks like I've got another. They kind of added this at the end of your match. You can randomly receive awards. Those awards can be discounts on premium vehicles. They can be one of these. This is like a mission that I can activate. So I've won this. I can activate this. This one is depending on the amount of resources earned during the order and depending on the mode, it will be multiplied. So I can activate this, and this one is basically who shoots the most vehicles. It's like I, as a player, can add an objective during the battle, and then it rewards all the players. That's pretty cool. That's sort of a sense of agency for the players. So the fact that I have access, that once I own a vehicle, I can quickly and easily go back to it. I don't have to re-level them. I don't have to add modifications. You know, just like in World of Warships, and I'm sure World of Tanks is the same. As I play, I can unlock sort of quote unquote upgrades. They don't call them upgrades to my vehicle, but you know, I don't ever sell my vehicle. I don't ever get rid of it. I've unlocked it, so now I can go back. That makes it way cheaper, more accessible. I don't have to spend my time grinding for credits to be able to do that. If I want to jump in with a buddy at a lower tier, I can. That's awesome. I can go into my, you know, get jazzed with my buddy and go into my British reserves. You know, I can bring back the biplanes. If I'm feeling froggy and I want to get crazy, I can try to bring one of these into a higher tier match. And I have killed stuff with this. There are advantages to having a biplane over more modern planes, especially if people aren't expecting you to be fancy with it. Like the fact that it can be a giant air brake and that you're more maneuverable at way lower altitudes. You'll have jack for guns, but, you know, that's the fun. You can make fun. You can do that. It doesn't cost you extra time and effort. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Hope you enjoyed it, man. Talk to you later. Peace.